Kal-El barely escaped Krypton before the planet erupted. Today we follow his journey through the stars and how he first found his new family, Martha and Jonathan Kent. Welcome to Vault 713, where the legends of comics are reborn as cinematic stories. This is The Last Dust of Krypton, Epilogue, issue number 6 of Jason Aaron's Absolute Superman. Deep space. 6 years ago, the last survivor of Krypton drifts alone through endless darkness. Inside his small craft, Kal-El curls into a ball as his guardian Arai, Soul, scans the cosmos for a home. Days become weeks, weeks become months. Months become years, 17 months and 14 days. Kal hasn't spoken, hasn't eaten, hasn't dreamed. Kal-El, Soul hums softly, "You have not consumed your daily nutrients?" The boy doesn't respond. He just stares into the void. "How far have we gone?" he finally whispers. "How many worlds could we live on?" Soul pauses, as if hesitating to break his heart. None. 0 habitable planets detected. Kal presses his palms to the viewport and exhales. "Then stop the search." "Let me out." He gestures toward the star ahead, a blazing yellow sun. "Drop me there." "End it." But Soul refuses. "My purpose is to protect you, Kal-El." Yet something strange happens. Warmth floods the ship. The closer they drift to the star, the stronger it becomes. Kal's eyes begin to burn, glowing gold for the first time. "Soul, what's happening? It's so hot," he cries. Before the AI can answer, a chime sounds. "Life-sustaining world detected." The ship veers toward a blue and green planet. As they descend, the hull cracks and flames erupt, tearing the vessel apart. Kansas, Earth. Martha and Jonathan Kent are standing in their dry, dying cornfield. "Rain," Martha sighs, looking up at the clear sky. "Weather report promised some." John shakes his head. "Must be nice to be wrong that often and still get paid." She chuckles, but her eyes are tired. "You ever hear what they say about Lazarus Corp? That they can make it rain if they want to?" John frowns. "Oh, that's nonsense. No one can control the weather." But even as he says it, he doesn't sound sure. Then, the heavens ignite. A streak of fire cuts through the clouds and crashes into their field with a thunderous roar. Flames light the night, and from the center of the crater, a boy walks out. Unburned, glowing, screaming in pain. Red dust forms around him, shaping into the AI-Soul. "Kal, my energy reserves are nearly empty. I must rest." The AI fades, leaving the boy alone. John and Martha rush forward as the light dims. He collapses into Martha's arms, whispering in a language they don't understand. "John, he's not burned. Not a mark on him," she breathes. "Whatever he is, we need the police." "No," she interrupts softly. "Minutes ago, we prayed for a miracle. Maybe this is it." She looks down at the strange child. "Don't you know an angel when you see one?" The boy burned with fever for days. In his sleep, he cried out, thrashed, shattered furniture without meaning to. Once, they found him floating above the bed. Another night, red beams shot from his eyes, melting the lamp. But eventually, he stilled. John came to Martha's side, exhaustion in his eyes. "Martha, we can't keep him here. He'll be the end of us." She looked up at him. "He's already been through the end of something." You can feel it. They had lost everything. Their crops, their hope. Maybe saving him is how we save ourselves. And then, the boy awoke. In a blur, he bolted through the wall and out into the open field, faster than sound. He ran until there was nothing but the horizon. He didn't know where he was, but something deep inside whispered, "Home." Becoming a son. 2 weeks later, the Kents still couldn't understand his words, but he'd begun helping them. Fixing fences, carrying hay bales like feathers. At one point, John watched him lift a tractor single-handedly. "Reckon I'll never get used to that," he muttered. To them, he became more than a guest. He became family. One evening, Martha smiled at him. "Maybe you came here looking for something, and maybe it's the same thing we were." The boy didn't know what to say, but he smiled back. That night, the emblem on his chest began to glow. "Kal," Soul's voice whispered as the suit activated, "I've recharged. But be warned, this yellow sun amplifies your Kryptonian cells in unpredictable ways." Kal smirked. "You don't say." Download their language, he instructed. Moments later, he walked to the porch. Martha and John looked up as he spoke. Clear, calm, and human. Hello, my name is Kal-El. I fixed your tractor. Martha's eyes filled with tears. Cal, such a lovely name. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. She took his hand, and for the first time since Krypton, Cal felt at peace. Then Sol's voice returned. Cal, I've detected multiple aerial drones influencing the local weather. I've disabled them. As the Kents looked up, the machines dropped from the clouds. And that rain. Real heavy rain. Cal smiled faintly. Hello, Kents, he said softly as the storm rolled in. But Lazarus noticed the missing drones, and within days, peacekeeper forces arrived at the Kent farm. Tanks tore up the soil, soldiers surrounded the house. The boys got no ID, no papers. We're taking him in, one barked. John tried to stand between them and Martha, and got knocked to the ground. 2 soldiers dragged Cal toward a truck. Little guy's stronger than he looks, one grunted. Cal, Sol warned, I cannot allow you to be captured. The AI lashed out, disarming the soldiers. Cal hesitated, terrified. Talk to them, Sol. Tell them who I am. My mission is to protect you, not explain you. John and Martha called out, voices trembling. Go, son! Run. Tears filled his eyes. He turned on and flew into the sky. He would wander for months, from city to city, searching for a place that felt like home, and realizing this world was as fragile as the one he'd lost. Agent Lois Lane studies a file marked Smallville. She walks through a senior living center, flashing her badge. I'm looking for Martha Kent. The nurse nods slowly. You might say she's a legend around here. Elsewhere, in the Nevada desert, Brainiac watches her on a monitor. Agent Lane, quite the investigator, he muses. Barely needed my guidance. His benefactor appears on another screen, the leader of Lazarus Corp. Deliver what you promised, the voice commands, and your place in the new world will be secure. Brainiac smiles. As you wish. The camera pans across the Lazarus chambers. Followers bow as a man steps from the glowing pool, steam rising from his skin. Billions will be saved, he declares. When the Superman kneels before his true father, the cult roars in unison. Ra's al Ghul. The immortal stands tall, smiling. Salvation is close at hand. And that concludes The Last Dust of Krypton, the first arc of Absolute Superman. The rise, the fall, and the rebirth of Kal-El, and the shadow of Ra's al Ghul. If you enjoyed this retelling, make sure to like, subscribe, and join the vault, where legends never die and the stories of gods are told again.